North Carolina head coach Joe Breschi joins us now. And Coach, you almost got a full day in the books here. What have you sort of taken from, what do you want to, take here back to your team here looking ahead to 2020? To sort of, absorb? Is it tactical? Is it more of a program type thing?
It's more of a program type thing, I think, for myself. Coach Metzbauer's here as well. So we had ACC meetings, so we discussed a lot about tournament format in the future for us. And then we have our general USILA and IMLCA meetings. So just a lot of information to take in over the next 2 days. But it's always exciting to hear what people's thoughts are coming out of the fall, and maybe some rule changes and things for the future that'll help spice up the game a little more.
Yeah, you came out of the ACC meeting, so what's the future of this ACC conference looking like?
Not sure.
Yeah, right.
Every year seems to be a new thing or a new topic that comes up, and I think for us it's you have 5 teams, so it's kind of tough to have an ACC tournament that includes all 5 teams like we did last year. So there's been some movement, some discussion about some different options. So I think for the coaches, it's always trying to be inclusive for everyone, but also help the sport at the same time. So if we might add another team, not necessarily to the conference, but to the tournament setting, I think might not be a bad thing for the game.
Yeah, interesting for sure. Thinking about now for more of your team, your squad coming in this year. We've spoken about Chris Gray before in the past, and in terms of your program, what does a guy like that do in terms of personality-wise? And we had him on and talked to him a little bit. Seems like a smart kid, and seems like he's got a good head on his shoulders. That's sort of what you've seen too, I'm sure.
Extremely humble,
yeah.
And I think he's taken to the team so well, and our guys have embraced him, and he's embraced the team, and it was so easy. I think that's what made the transition as smooth as it could be this fall, and also exciting for the spring. And I think for our guys, to play with a guy of his talent, he's made everybody around him better, but our guys have made him better. So I think at the end of the day, Coach Metz is excited, certainly offensively, to have him back there and helping the younger guys as well.
Taking maybe that factor out of things, what did you guys sort of take from last year? You battled in some games, and you played better down the stretch, I thought. And what do you sort of use to sort of springboard yourselves into 2020 in terms of that sort of mindset?
Yeah, I think we're certainly excited for the year ahead, getting some guys healthy and coming back in January. We have 8 or 9 guys coming back off of injuries, surgeries, etc. But you talk about focusing on the details of 1-goal games. Having the national champion Virginia team to 1 goal, losing both games by a goal. That's something that you focus on, and you pay attention to details a little bit more, and you remind the guys how important the details are down the stretch of every game. So every year is new chemistry, new excitement level. We have great team leadership. I think that's been fantastic this year. So. Certainly looking forward to the spring.
Yeah, a guy you got coming back, Will Bowen. Has he been able to work out at all in the fall? And obviously a highly touted recruit coming in, just missed all of last year with an injury.
Yeah, he's been working out and rehabbing and doing all the things he needs to do to prepare himself for January. So we're looking forward to getting him back.
Yeah, for sure. In terms of this actual weekend, are there coaches you sort of pick from? Is it sort of you do some of that too at the same time to try to improve things, sort of subliminally, I guess?
Yeah, you're always trying to have those discussions and talk about what they're doing in practice, what they're doing in the fall, how their fall was, what changes they made, how they tweaked their schedule maybe for the spring a little bit, and trying to pick the brain of everybody, not just one person in particular. But I think that's what's great about this. Everybody's willing to give up a little bit and share, and you're always trying to get better. If you're not, you're stagnant or getting worse. So we're finding ways to get ourselves better, and as I said, Coach Metz and I are here and excited to enjoy the 2 days we are here.
How has this changed over the years, and as the sport sort of has evolved from the first times you came here till now?
Yeah, well, it used to be in Florida, so it's changed a bit.
It's a little colder outside.
It is. But you know what? I think it's fantastic that it is in Baltimore for the high school coaches, club coaches, et cetera, that are able to make the trip. And I think this will be the largest attended event that we've ever had. And credit the committee, Pat Myers, who organized in that convention committee, has done a wonderful job and his entire group have done a terrific job. But, JB's been fantastic as our leader in the IMLCA. So you know, I really credit all the coaches coming together and finding ways to make this a better event with more participation. That's what's been fun to see.
Seems like you guys get a lot of value out of it too, you know, per day, per hour you're here, right?
Yeah, no question. There's always something going on, and you're seeing guys you know you don't see outside of either really hot days in the summer or cold days in November, which there were a lot of them.
Yeah, there were, but hopefully we're hoping February is a little bit warmer this time around. Coach, appreciate it. Joe Breschi, everybody. Looking forward to seeing them in 2020.